Alright, so it was really busy, and I didn't stay long. My car's already going to be hot because it was hot when I got in it, and it's only in like the mid-70s right now. It's warm outside, and it's packed down there. They've got all of the food vendors are out, the homemade ice cream people are out. I don't buy my eggs from them here because, I get a better deal from our eggman. His hens just aren't laying yet. But I know exactly what he puts into their food and how they're cared for. And I'd kind of prefer to handle it that way. I took some film while I was there, but I don't know if I'm going to use it because I didn't want to be too obvious. And got a lot of people's booties in it. And I don't think they want their booties in there. Anyway, I picked up some lion's mane mushrooms. The mushroom guy there, him and his dad, they grow amazing oyster, blue and pink oyster mushrooms and lion's mane, and I needed lion's mane for a remedy I'm going to be making for my psoriasis. Excuse me. Where's my keys? Because I'm coming up around the courthouse, which means church. Yep. And I got rosemary, a full plant, which I realize I shouldn't strip, but I am going to be completely stripping it. I don't want to buy rosemary at the grocery store. It could have pesticides on it, and I'm going to be steeping the leaves once everything's dry, and the mushrooms once that's dry, in their own thing, obviously, in alcohol, in jars, to do what I need to do. And I really don't want to end up with any pesticides or anything in there. You're going to hear some music in the background because of the guy's car that's behind me. So, but I got the lion's mane and the rosemary I need. The only other thing I need to get is enough saffron to do it. I have a little bit of saffron at home. If I combine the two, because I haven't cooked with it yet, it would be plenty for what I need to do, and then I could just buy more the next trip to Costco. So I might do that and just get all three brewing at the same time, which is not a problem. It's not even hot outside, it's just warm. It's only in the 70s, it's just humid, and that's a horrible place for my camera at the moment. Hold on, let me turn off that light. Now I know it's dark, but it's got to be a lot better with the natural light from behind me then, and I don't have the thing open, than with that blinding light behind me in the middle of the day. My asparagus tried to jump ship. So, I got 2 bundles of asparagus. They were sitting in water when I bought them. I'm going to dampen one paper towel each, wrap each one in one, and then wrap them in more and stick them in the bottom of my vegetable drawer. They'll keep until Monday. This fell. Again, most of this is going to get dried. This is rosemary. But what you don't know, well, what a lot of people don't know, I don't know if you know it, about rosemary is you can cut it almost completely to the ground and it'll grow back. So I'm just going to cut it down and let everything dry. It smells so amazing. I was literally walking through the farmer's market with all the heat going, and I know my face is red and the back of my neck is already hot. Sophie, I'll move my purse in a moment, honey. And then he had big ones. I didn't get a big one. I wanted to get a big one. I didn't get a big one. Because in this box is $10 worth of lion's mane mushroom. which when you put it together, let me see if I can find a couple pieces here. And it starts doing that. It looks like a big head of cauliflower, but it's mushroom. And I'm going to go ahead and break that down in a moment so that will begin drying. I need to buy jars yet for them so that I can do this, the alcohol and dried herbs and dried mushrooms and dried saffron in separate containers, and then mix up a concoction for my psoriasis because it will definitely help. What I did decide to do, however, I know I was going to make pasta tonight, but I've got some brats that we picked up at Costco sitting in my freezer, and we've got all kinds of potato in the house. And then I saw a wonderful woman, and they had these on sale today, probably because the holidays coming up here shortly. They had the turnip greens, the mustard greens, the collard greens, the kale, all the greens. I got turnip and collard. Well, we don't eat. My guinea pigs will. But I am going to turn around and I'm going to get a pot out later, and I'm going to boil, I don't know, about half of each bag down. Because I have some bacon fat left over from last night when I made breakfast. So I'll show you that. All of this is already pre-trimmed. I'll, of course, rip out the main stems in the center. If it's too big of a piece, it'll take me a couple minutes to do. And that's what's going to be for Monday, because although I'd love to have this, Hoopy's not going to eat that. We're likely to only eat one bunch at a time. But if Martin's home for 2 days, I can make it twice, and we'll eat it twice. And I'll get these all in shorts in the whole coming up time. Let me cool off, drink my orange juice, get the rest of my stuff put away, and I'm going to take a nap because I haven't been to sleep yet. And now I'm hot. See you guys in a little bit. Just real quick, asparagus will stay good longer if you stand it upright in a glass jar with some water. However, since it's now Saturday, I will be cooking these Monday. They'll be fine in my refrigerator like this. I'm just going to spritz it with water, I decided, because I don't want that much humidity in that drawer. I got this maple syrup from the same people I get my honey from at our farmer's market, but I got it last year. That's amazing. Missy, Trixie, no. And I realized I hadn't opened it yet when I saw it today at the farmer's market. So I decided that this would be great as a pancake mix using up leftovers. And that since I could do it as a pancake, I would open that up and try it. Hi, Proby honey. And what I have come to realize is that this Monday's video and this Friday's video coming up are going to be a hodgepodge of everything I'm doing, because I got mixed up on what I'm doing. These are the rolls. They kind of deflated because there wasn't enough rise time for them that I made yesterday from my starter leftover, or my starter discard, and I was thoroughly impressed by the texture and the flavor, and I just winged it. So and as per usual, my first one was looking like it was underdone because of oil. My second one's a little crispy. My third one's basically perfect. I'm going to put butter in the pan now instead of, well, margarine rather, in the pan now instead of oil, because I don't want the next ones to get too greasy. I only have like 2 left to do. So good. So good. I'm going to continue eating these. Make the last 2. And be done for today. So I had to watch back video from yesterday because I worked on lots of video yesterday and could not remember what I told you guys I was going to do for today's food. So as you can see, like this one doesn't have stem. I'm throwing it in a colander so I can rinse it afterwards. I'm ripping off that stem. I'm going to take about half my collard greens. I do have my knife out. I don't need my knife unless I got some really like strong stuff. Take about half my collard greens-ish. And about half of my turnip greens. There's a turnip greens? Yep. And get a pot of water boiling with some salt. And my greens. I will season these the rest of the way in a frying pan when they've boiled down. They do need the tar boiled out of them, or the double boiled out of them, however you want to put it. And I do have my brats in the oven currently. Hope you want some mashed potatoes. I'm probably going to do some words are not my friend. Macaroni and cheese with this, maybe. I'm probably going to make pasta tomorrow and barbecue on Tuesday. I also need to do other stuff, but I did film, and I'll show you guys when I saute this and what it looks like afterwards. And what I do with it when I have it in the saute pan, because you want to add flavor and seasoning to these. You just do. You will not be happy if you do not. Greens are a little bitter. They need seasoning. I absolutely love greens. I'm going to rinse these off in a minute. One of my favorite cutting boards. trying to balance you in a decent spot, even though my dishwasher is summoning demons at the moment. Oh, that's warm. I have to get some butter and some. I have some water getting ready to boil behind for some noodles for my macaroni and cheese. Hope he doesn't really like macaroni and cheese. I already gave her her food. Got some butter. And now some bacon fat. Leaving enough bacon fat in here to do, we're going to do some, yeah, I just wiped grease on my shirt, it'll be fine. To do bacon grease with popcorn instead of oil. So popcorn with bacon grease instead of oil. Oh, sounds good. These are those brats, and I do mine in the oven with water to get most of the fat out when they split. But these are actually sweet and they're good. And I haven't eaten much today, so this sounded good while I was finishing my dinner. Finishing cooking my dinner. Alright, so that's got the bacon fat's already melted. The margarine is melting. My greens in here. Mine with a little bit of sugar. I'm aware of how much that looks like. It's not that much. Onion. Garlic. Black pepper. A bit of chili powder. That one's not open. And then I used to use just the regular chicken flavor, or legitimately I'd pull out one from my ramen. But I like the perfect pinch rotisserie chicken seasoning in here too. And you know what? I'm going to use a little tiny bit of this caramelized onion butter one too. I want this heavy on the seasonings. I want this to pick up all of that bacon fat flavor and all of that margarine, and blow it down a little bit more and get all those seasonings incorporated. The sweet is to cut the bitter. Normally some red pepper flakes in here would be great, but Martin does not do heat very well. You get acid reflux, so although that would be more authentic, I will leave it up. I'm gonna do about half a box of all the macaroni noodles to make macaroni and cheese. I also have penne pasta I could have used. Rices, all kinds of stuff. That's some good stuff right there. I'll add some paprika. Now, depending on where you eat greens in the South, they're either going to be just done up with salt, pepper, maybe some garlic, maybe some onion. And some pork fat, whether it's bacon fat or it's fat back. Or you're going to have them spicy. Or you're going to have them real bland. I can't remember who taught me how to put the sugar in there, but I've thanked them ever since. Every time I make greens. That'll be ready in a few minutes. I'll show you when it's done. I'm going to go sit down while it simmers and does its thing. My greens have enough spice on them that you can see the spice on them. Pile of greens. I already had my protein and some macaroni cheese. I'm going to taste it like this to show you guys me eating it like this. And I'm going to show you how I normally eat it. Let's go right there. And that good right there. I made horseradish macaroni and cheese. And that good right there. And yes, ma'am. Anyway, if I don't add spice like heat into my greens, I will take some salsa of any flavor and put it over top. Got even better. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll finish putting Martin's lunches together. Well, one's a lunch, and one's dinner for tonight. Oh God, that's good. I'm gonna go eat. Bon appetit, guys. I'll see you later on Wednesday. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.